Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's me, Pivots Queen, here to bring you another video for the week. So I think I finally kind of have my formula down on how I'm going to continue to make these videos every week. I am going to be sending my Monday markups and my markups for the week on Monday in my Telegram chat, to make sure you click on the link that will be in the description so you can have access to my Telegram chat. And that's where I will be sending my markups at the beginning of the week. And then on Wednesday, we'll kind of just overview what ended up happening in the market, and me kind of just more so explaining what's going on, because Wednesday is just a little bit more easier for me to record. This week, I'm going to try to make it a quick video because Melvin's napping. So I'm trying to get this recorded and edited through Melvin's nap and hopefully upload it tonight for you guys. So you can really get value from my videos every week, along with working on other stuff behind the scenes that I really can't wait to have ready for you guys. So be on the lookout for that soon. All right, so let's dive into this week's video. I realized I forgot to send my markup for the DXY this week. So I'm gonna start with the DXY, just going over that. And then I'm gonna go over the markups I sent earlier this week and kind of just doing, before and after what I saw ended up happening. So for the DXY, I think the last time I gave an analysis for this, it was in like this region, and I was expecting price to come to this level and then possibly down to these levels if price broke through. However, price respected this level and it kept rising up, and it's kind of just playing on my trend line right now. Price did reach the -27 on my fib, and I did have this up here as a target zone to see if it was going to complete my fib, but I am interested to see how price is going to react to this trend line and to this zone, because if we get a break of that, we could definitely see the DXY come down a little lower. But so far the DXY has just been in the uptrend, so that's where the DXY is now. So if we look at NAS, what I sent out for the start of the week, price broke my minor trend line that I had on the 15-minute, and it was respecting my 1 hour zone. So I was looking to take a NAS to the P4, and if we broke above that green 4 hour zone, then I was looking to take it to the R6, which is like in here, and then ultimately the R8. So that was my analysis this week, really just going zone to zone, but I was like, okay, this is my target level, but if it breaks above there, this is where I'm looking for it to go. Now, if we look at NAS and we see what ended up playing out, so this is where I sent the chart at. Honestly, it was kind of like a signal, but if you got in there, you carried it up to TP1, we could see price failed to break above here, and then we also, if I draw another minor trend line, price broke and retested that trend line. It almost went like a triple top, but respecting that green 4 hour zone, so honestly it could have sold back down to this zone. And then this wasn't part of the markups, but so this was what ended up happening on Tuesday. So this was Monday, this was Tuesday. So today, what I ended up doing was just drawing another minor trend line for the current sell trend. Once I saw price break that, I pulled out my fibs, and I drew my fib. I got in on the 50 with my stop loss being at the 100%. And then I just made my TP, the P4, just trading back up to that green zone. But now NAS has broken out of my hour channel. I will look to see if price is going to come back and retest the zone, retest the top of this channel, and then seeing if it's going to head up to that TP that I had projected on Monday. So sometimes the market doesn't go exactly the way I think it's going to go, but I just follow the market, and I know I'm always going to hit TP1. So that's why I kind of tell you guys where I'm going to TP at, because these are areas where price can reverse from. So I knew there was a chance price could reverse from here. But it's perfectly fine. I just wait for the next setup. So that was NAS this week. Let's go over AUDUSD next. So for AUDUSD, price broke my major trend line in my minor trend line. It's kind of hard to see on the hour chart, but I did have a minor trend line there, and price broke both trend lines. So I was just looking to take AU up to the P4. This green zone would be my first TP, and then up here would be my second TP if price broke above that zone. So that was my initial setup for AUDUSD. So now if we look at AUDUSD, this is the after. So this is where the setup was before. Price kind of played around at my entry before coming up to my TP1 area. I don't know if it quite hit the P4 because the pivot did shift, but it did hit my TP area, and I did end up closing out a position there, and then price took me out. But if we look, this is why I like doing the videos, because I can show you a lot more than I can in a screenshot. Let me move up to the hour chart really quick. I did have this a 4-hour channel that price has been trading in. So once we saw price break below this zone, and then also this was the R8 on the hour. So could have got sales from here. Or once we saw price break below this zone, we could have sold down to the bottom of this channel. Then price made a double bottom at the bottom of my channel, which is also at the S0 area where I'm looking for buys. So you see how I just kind of add confluences on top of pivots. That would have been a great entry to get in for another buy. So just from this buy alone, even though I didn't hit my overall TP, I got 55 pips. And then if I was continuing to watch it, this would have been like another 55 pips. So 100 pips from 2 moves. Just kind of following, the trend and trend line breaks and channels, all that stuff, zones. So once you kind of learn your pieces of confluence, or what type of strategy you want to use, it's just the same thing over and over and over again, right? So that was AUDUSD. Now let's look at AUDJPY. I forgot. So AUDJPY, I didn't really have an analysis for AJ. I just wanted it to kind of break out of this zone. I was kind of low-key biased towards the buy, but I really wanted to break above this zone before I confirmed that. Yeah, so AJ, I definitely could have watched it once it broke above this zone to look for buys, and then yeah, I would have been looking to see if it was going to break back into this channel. So it's been in an uptrend mainly this whole time. It's just been consolidating here, and it's continuing with that uptrend. So I'm interested to see if we'll see something or like a nice entry for AJ next week. Now let's move to EURUSD. So EU was at the bottom of my channel. It broke my minor trend line. It was near the S0, so I was looking for buys. Really, my first CP was at the top of the channel, so at like the P4. Well, I should say take that back. My first TP is this first zone, then near the top of my channel, then up to this next zone. That was kind of where I was looking to TP at for this trade for EU. Look at EURUSD. So this was the trade that I sent before, and it TP'd at this top of the zone and kind of like the top of this channel. Price came back down. It took me a break even, but once I looked at price again around in this area, I kind of saw that price still respected my channel overall. We were still at the S0. So I basically got in the same trade again. So the first time I got in, I caught 75 pips, and I'm in it again. I closed one trade out at about 80 pips. I'm gonna have another one running, and that's about 100 pips in profit right now. So EU was a little trickier because it was just a smooth buy, but my analysis still stood valid despite that wick probably wicking my SL. It didn't really break out of my boundaries. It didn't break out of my, if you watch the how to use pivots video, it didn't break out of my bottom zone here. So this buy was valid all through here. So a great week with EU this week. So now let's look at GBPJPY. So GJ, this one, when I sent it out, it had already played out most of the way for the trade setup that I was looking for, right? And I'm gonna say that because we'll look at the charts and see what ended up happening. But I saw price break my minor trend line. I was respecting the zone, and we were starting to break out the top of this channel a little bit. So I was just looking to take it back to this zone. And I probably should have mentioned if it broke above this zone, we probably could have continued buying. So now let's go look and see what actually happened with GJ this week. GJ far surpassed what I was expecting this week. I really wasn't expecting that big of a move just because of how much GJ has been consolidating, and I really wasn't catching too many moves on GJ as of lately. So I caught, 117 pips, and I was happy about that. And then when I looked at GJ later, I was like, dang, it just broke through this zone, so I could trade this zone. It broke through that zone, could trade it to this zone. So it was a lot of pips to be caught on GJ. I wish I had took a screenshot of a more zoomed out version of my chart, because she definitely went zone to zone to zone. And it broke out of this sell channel that has been respecting for a while. So a good week with GJ too. I only caught a little piece of it. But GJ finally broke out of that consolidation, which I've been waiting on for a while. So that was GJ. And lastly, let's look at gold, which was really, really pretty this week. So for gold, I had, it broke my minor trend line. So I drew a fib on the high to low of the structure that kind of broke the trend. So I was looking for price to come to this 50-61.8 area, kind of retest the trend line, and then continue to buy up. Really the minus 27 was like my TP. And then if it broke above that zone, the minus 61.8 would be my TP. So that was gold. Hopefully look to see what actually ended up happening with gold. So I ended up getting gold twice this week. So once I sent out the chart, I kind of just noticed how gold was consolidating here, and it looked like it was a minus 20, or not, a 23 retracement. So it's like a shallow retracement. So I took it from the 23 to the 27, so my overall TP for the week. However, when price came back down into this area, and I kind of saw this candle formation, price never broke my fib. So this was like an 88 retracement. And a lot of times with fibs, when you learn how to use fibs, you kind of learn fibs tips and tricks, if you will. So I know with like a 23 retracement on a fib, there's a good chance that price is going to come back and make a deeper retracement in that 78.6, that 88 zone, and then push back up and continue out the fib. Sometimes we can even get it to come to that minus 618. Sometimes it'll just come to the 27 again. But when you have a shallow retracement, I always look for price to come back into the fib and do another reversal. So that's kind of how I knew to take this second trade. So I didn't do exactly what I was looking for this week. This is kind of a little bit more advanced because you really have to know how to use your fibs for this one. But price never broke my fib, so this fib never became invalid, if that makes sense. And it didn't pull back as much as I thought it would that first time. So I don't know if any of you guys caught gold this week, or if you kind of just watched them up. I'm looking to see how price is going to react to this trend line in the zone, to give like further confirmation for gold. But yeah, that was my markups this week. Hopefully this makes sense and this is helpful for you guys. Just comment down below if this way of me doing my day markups works for you, or if you want me to start doing, I don't know, maybe just sending out the Zoom link on Monday and just doing like a Zoom on Monday with you guys and editing it and posting it on Wednesday. Like, I really need you guys to communicate with me. So let me know in the comments, or join this Telegram group and let me know in the Telegram what works best for you, because I really want to make sure I'm being useful to you guys. Also be on the lookout because I'm working really, really hard behind the scenes to come out with more information for you guys. I'm working hard on my course. so you can have all these little brain nuggets that I have about trading that I collected along the way. So yes, I'm really excited. Hopefully this video was helpful for you, and I will see all of you guys next week. I hope everyone's catching amazing pips and they're having a phenomenal week, and I'll see all of you guys next week.